So, hello people, here's another logo here. It says Bene or Bono, I don't know. And you see the O, it's a circle. So with the compass you can make a circle. And in the middle of the circle there's a square. You know, the L like in the middle. And there's also the concept of 3. Because the one part, the 1/4 which is of the pizza like, which is taken out, it leaves 3/4 behind, and if you put them all together you got 4. So it says the concept of 3 and 4. So it says square and compass all over, you know, because everything belongs to the pharaohs. Tu veux être sur la vidéo? So this is a nice guy. You want to say hello?
Hello.
He's French from the Jura. Took me hitchhiking. Okay. There are rumors by the whole town here that the Knights Templars, they have buried their treasure here. And down there you can maybe see it, it's full of army barracks. So this is Octagon, you know, army barracks. They still got the school for army kids, you know, like if you're, I don't know, maybe if you're 12 years old you can go to a school and just like an ordinary school and then slowly go into the army like. There's a cathedral. And so, well, they used to do things like this, the Knights Templars. I mean, if you build, you have to build something to find it back, you know, where you buried a treasure. And this is not very far from Switzerland, from Geneva. It's a place called Autun. And it's next to Beaune, where Jacques de Molay, where he got the last Grand Master of the Knights Templars, where he got initiated. So that might be very true, everything. There's a sort of a castle there, or maybe it's the entrance of the town. So there it is, you can read it yourself. It's in French, and here it's in English and German. So they don't even know who made it or why. So they call it the pyramid of, what was the name again? They call it the pyramid of Kouar. I mean the people, yeah. You know, if it has no function whatsoever, you know, there's no entrances, you know, then it is like the only reason is it's a point so you can find it back. You always find it back. There must be something buried here, so you always find it back where it was, you know. And they build it sort of in the form of a pyramid because that's where they come from, the Knights Templars. And if the people have been saying it, you know, for all these centuries and centuries, that's what the whole town says of Autun, that it's by the Knights Templars, then it must be true. It's been told from one generation to the other, you know. So apparently this chapel next to this Templars pyramid or whatever it is, it's from the year 600. Wow, that's old, eh? The year 600, can you imagine? Probably the oldest part of it. Well, before there were castles, there were monasteries and not even churches, but only monasteries. They were actually by the pharaohs in Europe. They were the first building in stone they made. So first, you know, they to destroy our minds, our warrior minds. They came with religion first, you know, to destroy the mind first, and then they came with the castles and everything. So here it says in French that in the year 600 the Merovingians, they were already here. It's snowing slightly. It's the 1st of April, by the way. And it's snowing. So this is a cross of the Hospitallers, the same as the Swiss. A white cross on a red underground, because the Swiss and the Hospitallers, they took over all the belongings and all the money and the wealth and the Templars treasure of the Knights Templars. And the dogs here, it's called Lévrier. It's a typical aristocratic dog. Yeah. So this is a wine, a very good one, 14.5%. That's an excellent wine. It's from Bordeaux, and it says here Les Confréries, which means the brotherhoods in plural. Frère, it means brother. Confrère, so it means with the brothers. And here, the other side, it's a, oh yeah, look, this is the same thing as you see at the logo of the British Parliament, remember? It's funny, you know. That's the gate, you know, here, and in the middle they put the barcode, you know, that's the new gate. Like if you go in, it's, you know, it's like total control in the middle. I think that's quite nice. It's a good find, eh? Yeah. Les Confréries from Bordeaux. Here it says Bordeaux. A lot of red for the aristocracy, eh? I don't know what it says here. Oh, this is Isis. This is called La Marianne. They took this symbol after the symbol of the revolution. Of course. On all documents, they all put that Marianne. Marianne. Yeah. And of course there's a crown with the concept of 3 this time, which is them, our masters. You know, as it is a typical Swiss cross. Here below it says AG 20. And AG, it's very Swiss, it means Aktiengesellschaft. It would be in French, it would be SA, Société Anonyme. Yeah. So it's a type of that's the type of company with shares, a shareholder company. So that means this wine, it belongs to the Swiss, and that's why people who bought it, it's right at the Swiss border. And this is why you got this on it, the Swiss cross. Hello, Swissy. Yeah, look. It's funny. It's for a coffee espresso. It's well, it's porcelain, but it has a it's being pressed inside here. And look at this here. You see the square and compass here? The V is like the square, and in the R is the compass. And they had it made in France because it's cheaper. Yeah. Hey, Swissy. Go drink your coffee and enjoy it while you still can.
misère, toujours de l'argent.
So here this logo, there's a circle for the compass and there's a square in it. So it says square and compass. And it is in red and white, the colors of the Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt and the Knights Templars. I'm sitting in a truck, so you know it's a bit bumpy. So it belongs to Pharaoh, as everything.